his W. Although it has been a little while since we have seen him up top side. It's been a jungle staple in the LEC for the last few weeks. One that Trick's gone to, I know for sure.
Just a very quick stat for you. The one top lane Volibear performance Jenax has had was a win, and he finished it with a 15 KDA.
Oh my.
So statistics are anything to go by.
Oh, I remember that game. Yeah, he was popping off.
Yes, he was. Okay, let's zoom out. What do you
think of the tower pre 5 minutes, I do believe?
Yes.
You can get bonus gold by cashing in the Cull, and Jenax is rocking the Aftershock, which is going to be really good at protecting against a dive later. Now, Trick is level 3 here.
Okay, a lot of damage into Gilius already. Dreams has already roamed up, though. The smite goes back and forth, and Schalke, they actually get a bit of an advantage. A dredge line will connect onto Trick, and nothing follows up. Bouncing bomb won't land any damage. SK are going to be slowed down significantly.
Well, this is really setting up a trap, and Gilius is behind them, so they can actually zone them away from the tower because Odoamne walked all the way down here. And, you know, the Aftershock to prevent against a dive isn't going to mean anything if you don't actually get underneath the turret, so all the CS is still being denied.
And we need to track what impact this will have in the global state of the game. Crownshot and Limit will be able to clear out that wave. They're going to get themselves the first plate. While that's happening, Jenax and Odo haven't even touched a minion yet. Both of them sitting at 0. There's a potential engage as Neon's going to step forward, a lot of support. But look, Trick and Jenax still being zoned away and forced. Turret plate dropping bottom.
I really feel like SK dropped the ball on this one. I mean, Jenax can't get near the tower. And at the same time, like, yes, Schalke aren't picking up any CS on the top side, so that's not the biggest deal. The big difference isn't between the top laners, it's between the junglers now, because Trick, who had a level advantage and could have taken the enemy top side, now cannot do that. And he's pinging it out that they want to move up there. They've now recalled Jenax as well to make that push forward, so I think they'll get there in the end. But Gilius, if he continues to play around bot side, those camps are going to be cycling up, respawning sooner, so he can actually reach level 6 faster because of how the early game has gone for him and his team.
Okay, so just zoom out for a second and
tried to walk all the way down, but now Schalke have good defensive vision, and they're setting up the collapse here on towards Trick.
Oh man, Trick's in trouble. We'll get caught up with the dissonance in the attack. Gilius holds on to the charge while that's going on. They are diving bot. That's 3 versus 1, and that will be first blood picked up by Neon. Flawless. They get themselves another plate, and the red buff is just about secured here by SK.
Yeah, so Jenax will be able to teleport back, so this death isn't the end of the world, because if you remember back to old lane swap days, it's like how much CS can you salvage while only dying once or twice was generally the premise around, you know, success for the laning phase, and he says, level up over Odoamne, it's huge. No. This is honestly what it was like. It's level 2 top laners to level 4 bot laners. Like, what's going on?
I personally am fond that the lane swap meta did not persist throughout the years. Normalized it. We'll see how the next few minutes play out.
And check this out too, because SK have set up the freeze in the bottom lane with Lillia pathing down there. So really good trade from Dreams, actually. And now by calling Gilius into the bottom lane, they should be able to break this one no problem.
The root's not going to be able to land, but look at that devastating charge into the Rampage. The return damage in Gilius is very high though. But Limit, no sums, means he's going to be a juicy target.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough to deal with, especially if you can burn Black Shield easily. You can see there the early itemization from Gilius too. It's not going into a jungle item first. It's good. It'll be a Trinity Force, so it was Sheen on the first purchase, which gives them a lot of upfront damage with that setups that they went for. Now, where I'm not quite sure if SK played it perfectly was when they committed sending Trick and Jenax into the bottom lane, because they got zoned away for so long. And, you know, in lane swap era, you would see 4-0, 4-1-0 for a long time, which basically commit 4 people into the top side, and that was going to be really nice for you to blast down turrets quickly, but I don't feel like SK got as much as they would have liked.
The thing is, we're still seeing from SK the standard staple of their playstyle, despite 15-minute deficits, and the analyst has talked about it as well. That versatility is helping them, and is why they are somewhat favored this series. There's a dive here to Jenax. A lot of damage coming out from Super Mega Death Rockets.
Oh, here
Odo's going to run away. Here comes Abbedagge. Shockwave refused on the Rockwave. Went in. I thought Jenax was definitely going down.
Give you time to survive. ZaZee, of course, has the ultimate he can chuck in for wave clear too, and that'll cost a flash on Odo.
Now take a look.
And bot lane, they just flashed down there too.
Oh, here comes the Swell Seed. We'll be able to apply the Drowsy. Here comes Trick. Will we get our first lifting lullaby? Dreams is going to put some damage down. Trick continues to swim.
Here comes Gilius.
But the railgun comes out. Neon gets the kill. There's no ultimate available used in the top dive, but the counter attack from Schalke gets 2.
Yeah, that's a huge punish coming through right there. And Trick, he lands the sleep. He tries to make the play, but we see the weakness of Lillia right there. Once she gets, like, she's very fast, but she can't dodge key abilities, and she has no defensive tools once she is in the fight. So Schalke are able to pounce on that. Gilius reads it, and Neon finishes them off.
And exactly the case. Gilius reads it. Gets Jinx excited and use that to unlock, but they cannot afford a mistake. You cannot have the miscommunications like we just saw between Limit and Trick, for example, because the margin for error is so... And you can see the level progression. Thank you very much for that one, production. Just to keep track of the differences. In fact, Jenax just marginally ahead of the XP as the tower goes down.
Oh!
That's an excited Crownshot. Neon maybe forgot about that passive for a moment.
He did.
Able to escape.
He for sure forgot. That we brought up the EXP tracker, of course, because one thing that we haven't really touched on is when you have a lane swap, it slows down top laners so much. You can see Crownshot was even in levels to both tops in the game. That's a teleport behind, though.
It is indeed. Here comes the initiation from Jenax. On the bottom lane, Odo has no TP available. That's the dunk, and so much damage. Dreams is already gone, but the shockwave takes down Trick. He's not going to be able to get that ultimate off. Limit is now trying to back away. There comes the unstoppable onslaught. Gilius manages to get one with the rampage. Looking for another devastating charge, and they turn it around 1 for 2.
I mean, how confident are Schalke right there? It's a 4 versus 5. Odoamne, they can't TP into the fight. They plant their feet in the ground, and they turn and they fight SK. They come on top of that in the end. 2 for 1 trade and a bot lane turret.
I mean, exceptional play, but you have
to on through, and I think Abbedagge's confidence to sort of move into the backline in that manner is really what helped Schalke turn that around.
And similar call out to earlier during that laning phase engage, where individuals not 100% executing. The fact that Crownshot and as you mentioned, SK are going to be bold enough to try and challenge.
No, they can't. Gilius has a Trinity Force. He's going to hit level 11 very soon as well. This Hecarim is really terrifying. It's so hard.
A degree, you know, Trick with the Q. If given enough time, they'll be able to. The only thing is, if they bunch up, the tower dive can stop that very quickly.
But here's where I'm so baffled by SK's comp. Is this Volibear pick? Because I'm seeing like, yeah, okay, I guess it can be solid anti-dive, but Neon's going to scoot on out of that one, no problem.
The idea of an Ornn that was available, Sion was banned. Jenax has played that 3 times, has 2 wins on it. And talking about Jenax, he's 50 CS down. He is still level appropriate. He's managing to charge up. We'll get the flash shot, a crown shot. That's already a victory. Death Rocket will not be able to pick up the kill, and that just means Crownshot is now the next target. He cannot afford to play that far for 3,500 gold to lead. The Dragon was secured, and this will be the 4th tower as well for Schalke Mafia.
I'm curious how good Jinx, or how good Crownshot thinks Jinx is now, because the change that happened to Jinx on this latest patch was, it was technically a bug fix, but it was a big buff. The ultimate damage on her rocket was unintentionally being capped against champions. It's now uncapped. And I'm wondering, is that a lane phase thing? Is that a lane swap thing? Here we go, fighting the mid.
Okay, Trick goes in, manages to at least put Dreams to sleep. He goes golden thanks to a stopwatch.
Oh, that's a double teleport.
Here comes Odo, here comes Gilius. They've already got themselves one onto Limit. Trick is running for his life. That's going to be Crownshot taken out as Odo gets away. The heal keeps him up. Abbedagge steps forward with a flash shockwave for 3 quick kills for Schalke. They peel for Baron.
Don't even try to kill Schalke. They're going to beat you every time, SK. That's the 3rd time we've seen SK overforce into Schalke, and the 3rd time Schalke have said, who cares? And they absolutely smash them, and now they're going to get a Baron.
That was phenomenal. Phenomenal from Schalke. Schalke came into this game on a 7-game winning streak. And that started after a defeat at the hands of SK. Right now, they're in prime position to make that 8-game significantly weaker. And just look at the initiation once the TPs come in.
Whoa! Look out for the book! It's a giant book! Oh my god!
But you see, Schalke don't read. They play games, and that's why they won the fight.
The Dreams just goes golden. Everything's stalled out. Gilius is on the flank. The teleports come through as well. Schalke absolutely smash SK. SK, like, I hope that wasn't your textbook on how to play League of Legends, because if you threw it in the enemy team, you're not going to be able to fix things for game 2.
Christy Ender Frierson, you have created a line, the pinnacle of Rivington Bislin III, as Trick is about to get killed here with the Rampage.
Well.
When the Olaf Butcher skin was released, Riv made a call that will forever be etched in my mind. When the undertow was chucked out, and he yelled, fantastic response from Schalke. Remember, they were the ones that were dealt the wild card, not even with the draft, but then the lane swap, and they went, we don't care, we can respond.
Yeah, they just sort of problem solved on the fly. They said, Odoamne, get the hell out of top lane, come down, invade the jungle. Then they completely denied SK their plays around the bottom lane, and now we can say SK have good wave, they have the Ziggs, they have the Jinx, whatever. Schalke don't really care, because with how squishy SK are and how beefy Schalke are, they can just dive these towers.
All right, that's two people picking a fight with Odo. As soon as Gilius shows up, SK like, run away!
Oh no!
Yep, definitely do not want that fight. It's a siege on multiple fronts. Abbedagge is down in the bottom lane. We've got, you know, 2 top, 2 mid. And it is kind of a testament to the expectations of this series and these teams' play styles that SK kind of played the wild card, it didn't connect, and Schalke showed diversity and versatility.
I mean, the thing is, we didn't expect Schalke or SK to have that wild card. We were expecting, you know, you draft team fight, you play objective-focused team fight game style, and that's how SK get their wins. They tried something different here, and now they're on their last leg trying to force fight on Odo.
All right, let's see what can happen here. Slice and dice. Gonna be pivotal to try and get away. That's one slice.
Yeah, but look at your base, guys.
Well, the base is being destroyed. They got themselves Odo. Mission secured. Nexus turret number 1 goes down. Nexus turret number 2 goes down.
Sorry, are you choking?
I actually did. I was going to grab a bottle of water just before the final push, but now Schalke are being pushed back somewhat. That's a flash engage here from Jenax, but he doesn't have any support. Crownshot's clearing minions while the rest of the team are trying to fight Schalke.
Oh, ZaZee!
Beautiful shockwave. And the Nexus will be taken down. Schalke continue their win streak and take down SK in game 1 of our summer playoffs.
And just shutting down everything SK tried to do. The lane swap, they had an answer. It wasn't perfect, it was close, but after that, every single fight SK tried to throw Schalke's way, Schalke just played better. Even in fights where they were outnumbered, they still beat SK.
The one thing I do like about best of 5s is that game 1 is the game where you throw the haymaker.
Yep.
You try something that people didn't expect, and if it doesn't work, fine. You can go back to standard. And that's what I would anticipate SK to do in the next game.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see